All right, beautiful. Thank you for joining me for a yoga and meditation class. My name is Holly. My pronouns are she, her. We're going to do 20 minutes of gentle floor-based yoga, followed by 20 minutes of beginner-friendly meditation. You don't need to be flexible. You don't need to have any prior yoga experience to practice this. All you need is a yoga mat or a carpeted area and the ability to sit on the floor and get up off the floor after class. All right, so we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. You can sit crisscross applesauce or in Sukhasana, easy pose with one foot in front of the other. You can also have your feet in front of you if that feels comfortable. Then place your hands on the floor on either sides of your hips and just sort of rock right and left, back and forth, starting to feel your sit bones on the floor. Good. Sit up nice and tall. You can roll your shoulders forward a few times, backward a few times, and drop your shoulders, lift your chest, relax your face. You can place one hand over your heart space and one hand over your abdomen. Option to close your eyes for a moment or do a soft fuzzy gaze just beyond the tip of your nose. Take a slow inhale and a slow exhale. You can exhale through the nose or the mouth. Inhale through the nose and slowly exhale through the nose or the mouth. As you inhale, feel your body rise. And as you exhale, feel your body fall. Breathe in and slowly breathe out. And as we start to come into our breath and into our body, just give yourself permission to enjoy the next 40 minutes, right? You can set aside your worries, your cares, your to-do lists, and just allow yourself to be here in this breath. Inhale and exhale. If your eyes are closed, you can open your eyes. And if you'd like, you can either kind of give yourself a hug here or place your hands on your shoulders. And we're just going to lovingly massage out our neck and our shoulders. Good. Okay. You're going to take your arms out to the side in a big expansive gesture. I love yoga. How much? This much. Good. And then you're going to cross one elbow under the other. Give yourself a hug here. Just sort of rock right and left, back and forth. You're giving a dear friend a hug, but you're hugging yourself. Good. Stop in the middle. Take your arms out to the side. Another big expansive gesture. And then other elbow underneath. Give yourself another hug and you can rock right and left. Again, just really feeling your body anchored into the floor. Good. And then from here, just sit up nice and tall. Once again, you can place your hands down on the floor on either sides of your hips. Take an inhale, stretch the crown of your head up. Exhale, tilt your right ear towards right shoulder, stretching the left side neck. It's worth noting that I'm not mirroring you, so it might look like I'm moving my head to the left, but in fact, I'm moving my head to the right. You are welcome to follow my words or my body movements, either way. Just know that I will do the right side of postures first, unless I forget, which sometimes happens. If you'd like, you can place your right hand on top of your head, and then take your left arm out to the left and flip your palm up. So flip your fingertips up, I should say, so your palm faces away from you and actively press your left hand to the left, drop your right ear to the right, getting a nice little neck shoulder stretch as well as a wrist stretch. Good. Return your left foot to the floor, left hand to the floor, right hand to the floor. Bring your head back to center. And this time tilt left ear towards left shoulder, look straight ahead. And if you'd like, you can place your left hand on top of your head, gently pressing down, not pulling or forcing. And then bring your right arm out to the right, flip your fingertips up like you're trying to high five the right wall. Drop your shoulders, lift your chest, evenly distribute your body weight on both sit bones so you're not leaning to one side. Good. Slowly return your right hand to the floor, left hand to the floor. Bring your head back to center. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, relax your head down. Chin to chest, let your head hang heavy. And if you'd like, you can interlace your fingers behind your head. And again, just gently press down. You're not forcing your neck to move in any way. Just a little extra weight of your hands can sometimes help the head relax. Bring your hands down slightly so your pinky fingers are at the nape of your neck. Slowly lift your head, look straight ahead, and then relax your head back like you have this little hammock with your hands here, dropping your head back, look up and back. Good, come back to center, looking forward, take your arms down to either sides of your hips. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bring your chin over your right shoulder, look over your right shoulder, look for the wall behind you. The spine moves in 6 different directions, right, left, backward, forward, twisting to each side, and we will do all of those multiple times in class, even in a short class. Good, slowly come back to center. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale through your nose, look over your left shoulder. Look back, breathe. Good, and come back to center. Very nice. Take an inhale breath, sweep your arms up and overhead, and then really just reach your arms up, drop your shoulders down. Again, you can rock back and forth, side to side. Class is all about anchoring and rooting ourselves down. Great. Bring your palms together, and on your exhale breath, pull your hands through heart center, bring your thumbs to your heart space, press your palms together, feel your biceps engage slightly. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Float your arms down by your side. Bend your left knee, bring your right leg out, point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back. From here, keep your right hand outside of right thigh and reach your left arm long overhead for a side body stretch. Try to keep your left hip and left knee down. Breathe. Option to stay here or bend your right elbow, bring your forearm onto your thigh, coming down a little deeper. Good. Slowly come up to center, hands down. It's time, inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, turn to your right and fold, round your spine. You don't necessarily need to bring your forehead to your knee. Just think about rounding the spine. Good. On your next inhale breath, look forward, sweep your arms up, look forward, and float your arms down. Good. Kick your left leg out, right leg in. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back. Take left hand outside of left thigh and reach your right arm long overhead. Good. Can you lengthen your right arm and then drop your right shoulder down? Roll your right rib cage back so your chest faces forward. Option to stay here or bend your left arm, bring left forearm to left thigh, take a breath. Good. Slowly come up to center, hands down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, turn to your left, round your spine. Think about bringing forehead to knee, even if they don't touch. Hands on the floor on either sides of your left thigh. Good. Inhale, sweep your arms up, coming back to neutral position. Exhale, float your arms down. Beautiful. Keep your left leg kicked out. Kick out your right leg. And again, you can point your toes, flex your toes, maybe do some windshield wiper or some circles with your ankles. Good. And then point your toes down towards the floor. Stick your butt out a little bit. Take an inhale, sweep your arms up. Beautiful. Exhale, fold. Hands to the floor in front of you. Roll your shoulders back and down. Lift your chin slightly. Look straight ahead. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come down. Good. Slowly press yourself up. Take your hands outside of your thighs and slide your knees together, feet together. And again, you can windshield wiper your feet, can point your toes, flex your toes, draw circles clockwise, counterclockwise, and then actively flex your toes back towards your face. Stick your butt out a little bit. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold. Good. Again, with a flat back here, roll the shoulders back and down. Look forward, breathe. Inhale, stretch the crown of your head up. Exhale, come down. Good. Slowly lock yourself up. Beautiful. You're going to bend your knees again. You can sit crisscross applesauce or in Sukhasana, easy pose. And from here, take your right arm out to the right. Swipe it across your body and bend your left arm, forearm to forearm. Drop your right shoulder. Bring your left shoulder forward, right shoulder down. Take a breath. Always reconnect to your breath. Good. Float your arms down. Take your left arm out to the left. Try to keep your left arm straight as you swipe it across your body. Now bend your right arm up, forearm to forearm, and pull back. On this side, right shoulder forward, left shoulder down, even out your shoulders. Beautiful. Take your arms down by your side. Bring your feet in front of you. Look at your legs. Identify which leg is left, which leg is right. Don't mix them up. Keep your left leg straight. Bend your right knee. Cross your right knee on top of your left knee. Option to stay here or bend your bottom leg as well. So one day knees stack one on top of the other. And at first that might kind of look like this, right? Eventually hips sink down, knees come down. Okay, now identify your arms. Which one is left? Which one is right? Reach your left arm up. Rotate your shoulder so palm faces the wall behind you. Bend your left elbow, pat yourself on the back for practicing yoga today. Take your right arm out to the right. Good. Rotate shoulder, palm faces the wall behind you. And then reach your hand behind you like you're trying to scratch your own back. And eventually you can start to slide your fingers up. So one day fingertips touch, one day hands clasp. Bring your right shoulder forward, left shoulder down. Bring your head back slightly so that your neck is in line with the rest of your spine. Option to stay here or fold forward, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Move your hips back. This is a nice little side seat stretch, hip opener. And if your bottom leg is straight, it's a nice hamstring stretch to the bottom leg as well. Good. Slowly come up to center. Take your right hand down to the floor. Left arm up, rotate shoulder, palm faces forward, left hand down. If your bottom leg is bent, straighten your bottom leg. Uncross top leg. Let's do other side. Bend your left knee on the floor. Left knee over right knee. Option to stay here with your right leg straight or bend your bottom leg. And you might notice that this side feels different from the other side, and that's okay, right? We're not symmetrical. Okay, on this side, reach your right arm up. Rotate shoulder, palm faces the wall behind you. Bend your right elbow, pat yourself on the back for something else you're proud of this week. Take your left arm out to the left. Rotate your shoulder, palm faces the wall behind you. Reach behind you, trying to scratch your own back, and eventually slide your left fingertips up towards your right fingertips. One day fingertips touch, one day hands clasp. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder down. Breathe. That's so nice. Beautiful. When you're ready, left hand down to the floor, reach your right arm up, rotate shoulder forward, palm faces forward, and then bring your right hand down. If your bottom leg is bent, straighten your bottom leg. If your top leg is bent, straighten your bottom leg. And then we're going to turn and lie on our back for the last part of class. Good. Lie on your back here. Take a moment, arms and legs long. Feel your head on the floor. Let your spine stretch out. Inhale, body rise. Exhale, body fall. Bring your arms straight. Rotate your arms so that your palms face the floor. Bend your knees so that your feet are about hip width distance, ankles under knees, and you can start to bring your hands underneath your butt, palms face down. Spread your fingers wide, root down through your knuckles. Press down your heels and your shoulders. We're going to go into a bridge. Squeeze your glutes and start to lift your hips up. Keep your head on the floor. Tuck your chin in slightly so head and neck are long on the floor. Rather than opening your ribs here, see if you can knit your ribs together. Squeeze your glutes, press your heels down, lift your hips up. Good. Slowly lower down. Keep your left foot on the floor. Lift your right foot off the floor, cross your right ankle over your left thigh for supine figure 4. Option to keep your left foot on the floor or lift it off the floor. And if you'd like, you can interlace your fingers behind your left thigh and pull down. Try to keep 2 shoulders and hips on the floor. Good. Release any grip you have from the backs of your legs. Take your left foot down to the floor, right foot down to the floor. Other side, keep your right foot on the floor. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Option to keep your right foot on the floor or lift your right foot off the floor. Hug your thighs in towards your abdomen. And if you'd like, you can take your left hand in between legs and then interlace your fingers behind your right thigh, pull down. Try to keep 2 shoulders, 2 hips, and your head heavy on the floor. Good. Release the grip from the backs of your legs. Bring your right foot to the floor, left foot to the floor, and we'll do another bridge. Rotate your shoulders, palms face down. Bring your arms underneath you. Press down through your heels, your knuckles, your shoulders, squeeze your glutes and lift your hips up. Chin in towards the chest, head on the floor, knit your ribs together, lift your hips. Good, slowly lower down. Lift both feet off the floor, flex your toes back towards your face, bend your knees for happy baby. You can grab the backs of your hamstrings, you can grab the backs of your knees, or you can even try grabbing the outsides of your feet. So hands outside the feet, elbows inside the knees. And from here, we're gonna rock right and left. And as you roll to the right, try straightening your right leg, come back to center. As you roll to the left, try straightening your left leg, come back to center. So we're rolling out the back, we're opening the hips. And if you're strengthening one leg, right, you're also starting to stretch the inner thigh. Good, roll back to the center, pull down a little harder, take a breath here. Release any grip you have of your feet or the backs of your knees. Place your hand outside of your knees, bring your knees, feet together, relax your feet. Hands to shins, hug your thighs in towards your abdomen. And again, you can rock right and left, rolling out the back. Good. From here, you're going to open your arms again in a big expansive gesture, palms face up. You can also bend your arms, cactusing them like goalposts, and roll to the right so that your left hip stacks on top of your right hip. Option to keep both knees bent, or you can straighten your bottom right leg to the back of your mat. And if you'd like, you can also kick your left top leg out to the right for an IT band stretch. Try to keep your left shoulder on the floor. You can keep the back of your head on the floor or look over your left shoulder, left ear down towards the floor. If your top left leg is straight, bend your top leg. If your bottom right leg is straight, bend your bottom leg, so knees come back together. If you're looking to the left, bring your head back to center, and then roll your left hip down to the floor. Let's do the other side, roll to the left. So hips stack on top of each other, try to keep the right shoulder on the floor. Option to stay here with knees bent and legs stacked, or you can straighten your bottom left leg to the back of your mat. Option to stay here or kick your top right leg out to the left for an IT band stretch. You can keep the back of your head on the floor or look over your right shoulder. Breathe. If you're looking over your right shoulder, bring your head back to center. If your top leg is kicked out, bend your top leg. If your bottom leg is straight, bend your bottom leg, legs stuck on top of each other, and then roll your right hip back. From here, you're going to open your arms wide, lift your head off the floor, tuck your chin to your chest, and then give yourself a big hug. You can interlace your fingers, you can grab your shins, you can grab your elbows. Think about bringing your forehead to knees, knees to head, right? Hold here in a rounded spine position. Inhale. As you're ready, open your mouth. Exhale, release the grip, arms and legs down. Sukhasana. You can open your arms and legs as much as you'd like. Or if it feels good, you could even place one hand over your heart and one hand over your abdomen. A slow inhale through the nose. And a slow exhale, maybe through the nose or the mouth. Breathe in. Slowly breathe out. Feel your body fall with the exhale. Inhale, feel your body rise with the inhale. Exhale, with every exhale, relaxing a little bit deeper. Breathe in and empty out. We'll now start to transition into the meditation portion of class. You are welcome to stay on your back, lying down for the meditation, or you can slowly and mindfully roll off to one side and press yourself up into a seated position. Okay. As we get settled, I'll explain a little bit about what meditation is and is not. Sometimes people think about meditation as a complete lack of thought or like complete total relaxation. I prefer to think of meditation as compassionate mind control. So we can come to our meditation exactly as we are, with our worries, with our cares, with whatever energy we're carrying for the day. And we can just accept ourselves, love on ourselves, and then practice a little bit of, again, compassionate focus, compassionate mind control. So if and when the mind starts to wander to something that happened earlier today, or a certain feeling just really starts to, call your attention towards it, you can notice that thought or feeling or pattern of thoughts or feelings that's popping up, you can acknowledge it, and then you can just let it go and return to your breath, return to my words, return to the meditation. So it's not an absence of thought, it's just a honing of our focus. There's no such thing as a good meditator or a bad meditator. There are simply people who meditate and people who do not. So for the sake of today, you are meditating. In general of meditation, we want to sit still and be still. But of course, if at any point you need to kind of adjust how you're sitting, you're welcome to do so. Or if at any point it just gets a little bit too intense, right? You can always, open your eyes and kind of ground yourself through a sound or a word or a sight, and then return to your meditation when it feels safe. I'm now going to light a candle as a symbolic gesture that we are entering into a more intentional space. We are being intentional with our breath, intentional with our thoughts, and intentional with our body movements. You're welcome to close your eyes or do a soft, fuzzy gaze just beyond the tip of your nose. You can have your hands on the ground. If you're lying down, right, you could have your hands on your chest or your heart. If you're seated, you could have your hands on your knees, or maybe place one palm on top of the other with thumbs touching. This is the Buddha Mudra. If you've ever seen an image of Buddha, he's often sitting with one palm on top of the other and thumbs touching. Take a slow inhale through your nose, feel your body rise. And a slow exhale through your nose, feel your body fall. Know that you are safe in this space, in this container, in this meditation. So much of our day is spent running around, going from task to task or thought to feeling to thought. We often don't get some time to just be intentionally still. So I'm going to give us a minute here just to breathe and relax. If that was your first minute in intentional silence today, a lot might have come up, might have felt like a relief, but it also might have felt, like a little bit anxious or bored, or what am I supposed to be doing? Or maybe, again, a certain thing on your to-do list or a feeling that's been following you around today really popped up for you. A lot of our meditation, it's compassionate mind control, but it's also compassionate observance, right? Just observing what's coming up for you, particularly if you notice a pattern in what your mind keeps coming back to, right? So we're just giving ourselves an opportunity to observe without judgment or expectation, not assigning good or bad to what we notice pops up, just observing it. We'll take another minute just to breathe. There are many different types of meditation. Try to offer something a little different every week. Today's is about our joys and our wins. So celebrating the good stuff that's happened to us. It was framed for me yesterday as let your wins land. Let your wins land. Sometimes we forget to appreciate the days where all of the traffic lights go in our favor, or the coffee just tastes really good, or tea in the morning. Or we turn on the television or we turn on the radio and our favorite song is playing, or our favorite movies on television. So just take a moment here and think through your day so far, and let the good stuff really sink in, right? Whether it was that first sip of tea in the morning that tasted so good, or sunshine on your skin. I'll also acknowledge that some days we have things where, it feels like nothing is going our way. If you're feeling resistance to focusing on the joys and wins in your life, that is okay. Right? Just observing that as well. You do have items that have popped up for you, things that went well today. Just really let that feeling soak over you, right? The wins, the big ones and the small ones as well. Just let that permeate your body. Notice where you might feel that joy, that lightness, that victory, whether it's in your heart space or your jaw or your lower back. No right or wrong answer, just observing what you're feeling, where you're feeling it. Now expanding a little bit more, think back to this week and all of the little joys and wins, big and small, that you've experienced this week. Now, going back a little further, I can't believe it's already April 22nd. Think through the month of April thus far, just appreciating the joys, the gratitudes, the wins, big and small, that you've experienced this month. Now, we're already a third through the year. It's kind of wild to think about that. Thinking through this year so far, 2022, think about all those wins and joys and gratitudes, big and small. Maybe just the happy little coincidences. Take time to acknowledge all the good that has come into your life this year so far. And now thinking back through your life as a whole, you can take time just to appreciate a few moments that stand out to you, maybe in their smallness, but also their profundity, profoundness, whatever that word is. Like meeting someone by chance, or the time that everything just kind of worked out, that thing at work or at school, or that moment with your family that was just pure bliss. You can just think through some other times in your life where you had some victories, some joy, some gratitude. Not everything in life always goes our way. We all suffer our share of big tragedies as well as small annoyances and everything in between. Sometimes amidst this, we can forget to appreciate the small things, again, like hitting all the traffic lights on the right time, or just walking past a really beautiful smelling garden, or seeing a lovely sunset, or running into an old friend on the street. And when we take time to focus on these victories, these joys, when we take time to let the winds land, it's not that we're ignoring the bad stuff, we're pretending like it doesn't exist. We're just remembering that amidst all of the annoyances and sadness and frustrations of life, there's always also some really good, yummy, interesting stuff happening too. Some stuff that almost feels like it couldn't be a coincidence because it just works out so perfectly. And when we take time to give our attention to the good stuff, the victories, the wins, as well as the hard stuff, the bad stuff, the sad stuff, then we remember, right, that this world may be chaotic and random and unfair, but the scales certainly don't necessarily tip in one direction or the other. And when the good stuff happens, right, even if it's just a sunny day and walking past a beautiful flower petal blooming, when we let that into our life, it becomes a little bit easier to deal with the hard stuff as well. And just take another minute here in gratitude and breath, letting your wins for the week, for the month, for the year, for your life, let your wins land. Relax through your forehead and jaw. Relax your shoulders and chest. Soften your abdomen and lower back. Relax your arms. Let your hands be heavy. Relax your seat, legs. Release any tension in the feet and calves. Let your feet, hands, and head be heavy. Inhale, feel your body rise. And exhale, feel your body fall. It's a good day today because you're alive, because you're breathing, because you took some time just to be with yourself. Right? It's a good day today. Breathing in and breathing out. You're welcome to stay in this space of winning and joy and gratitude for as long as you'd like. The count of 3, you're also welcome to open your eyes and make any other gestures that tell your body that you're shifting gears a bit. Inhale. Let it go for 3, 2, 1. I'm now going to blow out this candle as a symbolic gesture that our meditation time is ending. And I'm letting the very real smoke clear the air as a reminder that when we take time to be intentional with our breath, our body, and our thoughts, we shift our relationship with the space around us. Have a wonderful rest of your day.